Hello, guys, and welcome to the season finale of the Staircast. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been going through so many things. We've been doing so much, so many guests, so many everything. It's just like, wow, I didn't know we'd get here this so fast, man. Like, everything's just been so fun. Like,
Excuse me.
oh yeah, I'm with Vanshika today. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. My guest today is season two co-host Vanshika Aurora.
I'm glad to be here finally.
You've been dodging the camera a little
A
bit, you know
little
what I'm
bit.
saying? But like you was also in the technical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like now we can finally get views, if you know what I'm saying. Like now everyone's gonna be seeing, oh Vanshika, let's click.
You're glazing me too much.
I mean,
I
hey,
don't know.
Krispy Kreme, we glaze here, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, honestly, like you've been such a help behind the
Mm,
scenes. I mean, we were still getting to know like the technical stuff, writing the scripts and all that. And I think you needed an episode just for you
I
so
did.
that like people get to know like, yo, she's not running away from the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Behind the camera, she's doing a lot.
I am. I'm trying my best.
And without you, we wouldn't have this first game segment, which is Sterling Starter Pack,
Yeah,
because
that
you
was
were
my
like,
idea.
exactly. You was like, Victor, we need something that we're gonna ask all the guests.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's your turn. You're in
Oh
the
my
hot
god.
seat now.
Okay.
What are the three things you can't go a day without?
I can't believe like I made this question and I'm gonna be so basic about it. But
Ah,
that's fine. Maybe like my glasses, my sunglasses. I think like
proud of them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I
Exactly.
think I always have these with me. Always. Um, then maybe like my phone.
Mm.
Because when you don't want to write emails, it's me writing your emails for you.
Wow, allegations. Hey, speaking of emails, we're gonna need someone to write our emails
Season
for.
2 club, yeah. We need people
Exactly.
like on a real note, we need people to write emails for
I'm
us.
tired of asking ChatGPT to write things for me.
Or me. I'm your chat GPT in that case.
Exactly. Yeah. And the final
Third.
thing.
Maybe like coins for the vending machine.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't expect that one.
Yeah.
I know
I'm
you're a
always at the
foodie.
vending machine, yeah.
I don't think I've seen you a day without going to the vending machine.
Always there. I'm always in front of the vending.
So foodie, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
I think it's just like the reels that you send me. I'm just like, yo, stop making me hungry. It's just food after food after food. But let's go into the first topic.
Mm-hmm.
You yourself, you've always wanted to be a leader. You you had that goal, that desire to be a leader. And we spoke about this even prior to you joining the uni. You told me your ambitions and what got you into this early leadership, because you're only 17,
Yeah.
but you're
Yeah.
already like thinking next level. I wish I was thinking like you when I was 17.
Oh my god. Thank you. Uh but I think like what got me into like wanting to be in these kind of roles or just putting myself out there, it was like, I always saw my mom at home, and like she's always been at leadership positions, and I saw her, and like I'm like, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do with my life, just get myself out there, be like her. I mean, she's my biggest inspiration, right?
Mm.
So when I did join this uni, I thought to myself, like, I think this is my chance. This is my chance to like grow, learn. And when, like, especially when she's in front of me every day, I have so many chances to learn everything. I tell her what's happening, and where I need guidance and everything. And she's always been there. So yeah, really, really
Nice.
pushes me to be where I am.
I mean, like, honestly, your mom is a fantastic leader, and having her as a role model, as someone to look up to, I think that's an amazing thing.
Yeah, I'm really lucky.
And I think you are genuinely working towards that ambition of being a good leader. Because even, pardon my voice crack, even prior to you joining the uni, we had conversations. And like I said, you told me your ambitions. And I could see through your words, see through everything that you were telling me, that you was like a future world leader. Like I think you're the first person I said that to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know.
And genuinely, like, you have been living up to that.
Thank you. It means a lot coming from you.
I'm just Victor. I'm not anything. Like
That's not true.
I'm just
True.
I'm just I'm just a chill guy. I'm just watching everything unfold in my eyes. And speaking of future world lead, I think I did mention that
Yeah,
at
you
your
did. Yeah, that's
orientation.
what I wanted to talk about actually.
I mentioned future world leaders at your orientation, and people don't know why I did that.
Mm-hmm.
I think now they're like, "Oh, okay." He
Yeah.
was talking to one person, not all of us. 'Cause I remember I did tell you like, "Oh man, you gotta listen to the speech,"
Mm-hmm.
and you were working at your orientation.
Yeah, actually, if we want to talk about that, I remember I was actually working since even before my orientation.
My
At
orientation.
his orientation, yeah. Like at the Sterling orientation, I was there, I was filming and everything. And that one wasn't that like I needed to be present during the speeches and everything. But I was working with the interviews and on the marketing department. My orientation, I was like, oh my god, do I have to work at my orientation? That's like what? And then what I did, and I was working with you actually. And that was like a really tough day because I had to keep running back and forth, like the green room to the like backstage. And then, of course, like I wanted to be there for all the like the main important speeches, the games, so I could, like connect with my peers and everything. Because that's what the orientation is for.
True.
I remember when we were in the green room and you were practicing your speech because you were alumni, right? So you were talking as the alumni and you were like, Vanshika, you need to stop whatever you're doing. Come sit at the table and you have to listen to my speech. And I was like, no, I have like interviews to take. I have, this all to do. And like there's people waiting for me and everything. And you were like, no, 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 you have to. And then we took like a 10-minute breather. And then I sat at the table and I was listening to your speech. And you just like, I think you were mentioning something about how you are uh, sure that all the people present there in at that event are capable of being future world leaders. But then when you said future world leaders, you looked at me straight dead in the eye and you were like, future world leaders. And that really, like, it motivated me like so much. Like, I'd never said that to you, but you know, at day one, my orientation, and like just like a senior telling me at that time that I see the capability in you. And at that time you were like SQA head, right? You had just gotten off from SQA head. And I was like, oh my God, like this is where I want to be. Like when I saw you giving that speech, I was like, this is where I want to be. I want to be giving that speech like one day soon. And then you looked at me and I was like, oh my God, that is so sweet. And it really motivated me throughout the year to like get to this position as well.
I mean, honestly, I never thought my speech would have that much of impact.
Did
But
100%.
you are like one of the few people who came to me and was like, "Yo, that speech you gave kind of woke me up. It kind of
Mm-hmm.
like made me like think twice." And I was like, "I didn't expect that. I thought I was just talking. It's just me, Victor, doing speeches. Like I'm not gonna do much." But a lot of people came to me and said, "Oh, like your speech when you talked about being leaders and all that, it kind of made me want to be a leader." Like the previous guest that we had, Rawad,
Mm.
she spoke to me first day when our bus stopped at a gas station and she just pulled up on me. She's like, "Oh, you're Victor, right?" Da
Mm.
da da. And like she told me her intentions. And I'm glad that the two people that who acknowledged their ambitions and told me their ambitions actually achieved those ambitions because you both landed the deputy head role.
Yeah. And to think about it, that during our orientation, while you were giving the speech, it was a coincidence, but like I sat at the same table as Ravan.
Wow.
And then when you were done with your speech, you also came and sat there.
So all three of us was
Yeah, we were
there.
together. And like, of course, we didn't know it at the time, but to think the people around you, like they always nurture and grow. You
True.
somehow have an impact on everyone around you. Like Rawan, she became, I think, sports secretary
Yeah.
and deputy head. And she's done a lot. She's been so influenced by you and me too. And like we're really thankful to you for that. Really.
Damn, you made me feel like I'm some guru or something. Like I'm just Victor. And speaking of your work as deputy head, was there any personal challenges that you took up and you just went head on and like what did you what would you say was your biggest personal challenge as deputy
Yeah, yeah,
head?
yeah. I mean, throughout the year, there has been like so many events, so many behind the scenes and everything. Like I remember during freshers also, we were like running behind the backstage, and there was like wires everywhere, and the music was not getting connected and all of that. But I think like the biggest one where I've been a face of it has to be the SQA Digest. It's like the first newsletter we came up as SQA. So Sterling does have a newsletter, but this was like my personal project that I really, really want to like be a part of this. And since no one was willing to take it up, I was like, I have to do this. This is like it's gonna be amazing for us. But it was so tough. Like we're still in the process of making it, still in the drafting stages. And I remember when I was like trying to make the team, it has to be like 15 to 20 people, right?
A
And
lot.
like that's a lot of people, and you know juggling all of that, and following through on every email like, hey, are you done with your work? And everybody has their own doubts, and of course that's fine. I mean, you have to like clear them all up, and at the same time you yourself don't know what you're like envisioning, right? Because it's never been done before. It's the first SQA
First time.
digest, and I'm just like, what am I envisioning? I need it to be perfect, and like the person I am, I'm a perfectionist. I need the things I do to be good. So yeah, it was tough to follow through with people and everything. And then I remember, oh my God, every night for the past 2 months, I come home, I take like a small nap, and I sit on my desk in my room and I'm just editing all the articles. Like, did anyone forget to mention, like, suppose if someone is writing an article on an event, and I'm like, did someone forget to mention, or like mention a teacher or faculty who was a part of it, or like credit the proper people who really helped throughout the event. And it all needs to be a part, so everybody gets their own flowers.
True.
So yeah, it was important. It was a big project, and it's still like I still need to, there's still so much to be done.
But I have a bone to pick with you. Okay. You are aware that I am a last minute dude. Okay.
See
And you
this.
told me, you told me like a month ago that this newsletter thing was needed at that point,
Hmm.
and you made me do that. And I'm hearing a month later that I could have still been writing my article, huh?
No, okay. So basically, we had an alumni section. It had to be done so long ago, but there were so many people who were not available.
Hmm.
And then thankfully, you gave it to me. It really helped to draft the whole thing because we need to understand how much space it requires each article and, all of that. But I told this dude on like a week before, and I was like, I need it next Wednesday. This guy, he took 2 weeks to give it to me.
Hey, I told you last minute or post minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like
But it's fine, it's done.
you mentioning how this had never been done before, I think that shows, like as a leader, you need those type of situations where you're kind of setting your own path. For
Mm.
example, when I was the inaugural head of SQA,
Yeah, that was the first.
no one had done that before. And I was still figuring out like, how do I go about this? How do I represent SQA? How do I be a student representative or ambassador? It was always like, oh, every day I wake up and I'm like, okay, so I did this, I did that. Did I do the right thing? Am I supposed to do more? But I'm glad that for me that experience turned out positive and
Hmm.
allowed to pave the way for now. Your cohort, Cheska's cohort, like you and this newsletter,
Hmm.
I know it's gonna slap. I know it's gonna be something good.
I hope so.
I know people are gonna enjoy it and people are gonna be begging for more. And genuinely, that just proves that you have that leadership quality where you can take up project and
Mhm.
beat it and take it from like bare minimum to where it is.
Yeah.
But that's also something that we should explore even more because you said you were juggling a lot of things. Specifically, you had SQA itself. You
Mhm.
had your 11th board's preparations
Exam.
to the student leadership and all of every and podcast too. You had a
Mhm.
lot to juggle.
Yeah.
How did you manage? And for our viewers, for clarification, 11th boards in India are like IGCSEs for us British curriculum, O levels.
Talking about that, it's like when I chose SQA, I wasn't like, of course, we're so young. I didn't know what career path I was choosing. I didn't know if this is what I wanted to do, if I wanted the diploma, if I wanted something else. So I thought like, you know what, let's just go for it. Let's do like two boards at the same time. And oh, that was so tough, because I remember last year I was juggling multiple things at the same time. Like, and of course, the deputy head. And as you said, like how you were SQA head for the first time, I think year one deputy heads was also introduced in the same year as us. And like, I had no idea what I'm supposed to do. I stood up for class rep, and I'm the deputy head, and I'm like, what? I'm like not ready for that yet. But still, like, we made it work. And, like, class rep is just like, oh my God, it's not as big, of course, like, you just have to do like small things, like help your students and everything. But I became deputy head, and then I was just like, I don't have time to like connect with my peers, because I'm just at every event, behind the scenes, every event, at my own orientation, at my own freshers. I remember during our own freshers we were working, and I was like, how am I supposed to manage so many things at the same time? But like, yeah, we went through it. It was tough. It was really tough, but I think at one point you just have to like believe in yourself and just go for it.
Stay locked in. And I think also, just like I said, you're only 17, but the way you think is just, it's already next level. Cause like I know a lot of people who have desires to explore different avenues of life, different pathways of life, and they just pick one and leave the other thing. For our business students, opportunity cost,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when
It's
you
just I
leave.
wanted to be part of every stream. I wanted to make sure I don't miss out on any of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No opportunity cost. Just keep everything on the same flow. And you managed to just push through and lock in. And that's awesome. And you mentioned the whole deputy head thing being the first of the kind.
Mm-hmm.
Because SQA itself is always growing,
Yeah,
which
it's
is an
always growing.
amazing thing. And I love to see it grow. I love being part of it, just seeing, even if I'm not a student anymore, I love being part of it as alumni, as whatever. But seeing it grow has been amazing. And I can wholeheartedly say this, that there are different type of leaders in this SQA time that we are in. You yourself are not the most, outgoing, outspoken leader. And there's always a debate between me and my best friend. It's always about outspoken leaders and more common silent leaders. And for you, you're more of on the silent side. You more of behind the scenes. How do you think quiet leadership is underrated? What's your take on quiet leader?
Yeah, I think it is. But like how I mentioned before, like because I was doing my boards plus this, like because there were so many things I was juggling, I this is what I said, that I did not get time to connect with my peers. Like no matter like how much I tried to like do more for them, or try my best to like give them the best, like at events, at in class workshops, or anything, and even just taking up new initiatives. I'm always trying my best to give them the best. But it's just because I've been juggling so many things at the same time. I never got a chance to like stand out and like, go and tell everyone that, hey, I did this for y'all, I did that for y'all. I never got a chance. And it's not like I ever would have, but it's just like I wish I would have, because I feel it really connects you with the people around you, that they know that you're rooting for them, that you're there for them. It's just I do a lot, but they don't know that I'm doing a lot or I'm trying my best for them. But it is pretty underrated. Like, I feel there are people who, I wouldn't say do nothing, I wouldn't say that, but like don't do enough. But like it's just the way they speak and everything, and then it's just like I remember, like of course, like how you said, I'm always behind the scenes. We always go and like check the audio after the episode is done, and we check the video. And I was listening Rawan's episode again, and we were listening to the audio, and I really uh, picked up one thing that she said. I think you asked her a question if election is a popularity contest,
Mm, mhm.
and I heard that, and she said, "Yeah, it is," and I'm like, "Yeah, it is." And like it's just like no matter how much you do, at the end of the day, it's about how popular you are, or how outspoken or extroverted you are. So yeah, maybe I should have worked on that a little.
Every time I'm gonna talk about elections or anything, it's gonna sound like I'm salty because of my election history at this point. I mean, in the episode that I spoke with Rowan, I did say it doesn't like losing an election doesn't make you a bad
Yeah.
leader, but I think in the scope of like where students are allowed to vote, whether it's in high school, whether it's in university or anything, they will pick the person that they see more or they know more.
Mm.
That's what makes it a popularity contest. And hence, I feel that quiet leadership is so underrated because I got to see so many leaders in my 3 years at Sterling. For example, one of my closest friends, Sammy. Okay,
Yeah.
Sammy did so
So
much.
much.
And to think that the only times he got mentioned, the first time he got like publicly mentioned as the sports president was when I was doing my election campaign and I mentioned him in my speech. And that's very few times that he was mentioned as the sports president. He wasn't walking around telling everyone, oh, I've
Yeah.
signed up your uni for this sports or whatever. Da, da, da.
Mm-hmm.
He would only speak to those people who were concerned by the issue.
Yeah.
And it's people like him where it makes me feel comfortable with not needing to tell people my accomplishments. Because I think I'm also kind of like a weird case where like I do have the popularity, but people don't know what I do behind the scenes. Because
Yeah.
no one would have known I was working on the podcast until like unless you're my close friend or unless
Mm-hmm.
you see me post about it on Instagram. But it was a hard process and I was
Yeah.
doing quite a lot. And people will go like, "Oh, but Victor won for this and whatever." But like, I've already done so much,
Yeah.
and I feel like I've done way too much than I needed to do, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel the pressure to do even more.
I get
You
that.
get what I'm saying? And quiet leadership to me is just like some people are humble, some people are not, and
Humble and sad.
humble and sad, you know. But yeah, quiet leadership is quite underrated.
I wish people gave more
More attention to
attention
those,
to them. Yeah.
because some people just there's so many people who need their flowers, but they don't get them
And that's
because
what this podcast is for. Exactly.
facts. Season two, guys, we're gonna be throwing flowers like it's a theater. You know what I'm saying? But let's move into the game segment.
Oh,
And
okay.
today it's called
Finally.
That's Fair because I'll give you a couple of statements and then you just give me your opinions.
Okay.
You agree with them, you feel they're false.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one, given that you have worked at my orientation and your orientation weeks don't matter.
They do matter, and they actually matter so much because actually, I sometimes really regret working at my orientation.
Oh,
I really wish instead of like working behind the scenes, I really just like stayed there and like again connected with people around me. I really missed out on those opportunities. I feel like people who are joining now, they need to understand how important that 1 week is. If you want to like have a good time here,
mm,
it's important to connect with people. It's important to know, what courses they're doing, how they came here, and everything. It's so important. And yeah, it's basically the whole week is so important. The We have like a what is it called again? The starting week is called something. Basically, it's called week zero.
week zero.
Yeah, where they let you like connect with people around you and everything. It's really important. Yeah, you get to know a lot of things.
I think I'm on the opposite side of the spectrum.
Really?
I don't pay attention at orientations.
Yeah.
Like, I could give you a list of orientations that I didn't pay attention to. And this is not like shade to anyone who ran those orientations. Love y'all, Miss Shanti, everyone else. I love y'all, but I don't think I paid attention in my SQA orientation. I don't think I paid attention in my Sterling orientation. I don't think I paid attention even at my Air Arabia orientation when I did the internship. Like, I'm more of like I get into the situation and I start to understand where I'm supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Because
I mean, depends on the person, right?
yeah, because like for me personally, sometimes orientation weeks are just like yap, 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 yap. Like you're doing too much, telling me too much information. I'm not
Mm.
gonna require all of this
Yeah, we're not
information.
gonna even remember.
Exactly. I'm not even gonna remember. What you mean? Like they will ask me like, oh, do you know who the head of academics or whatever is? I'm like,
We don't even know what they look like. Yeah, I get it.
When I need that, when I have academic misconduct, then I will find them. As for now, I don't
I'm
need them. I'm
good.
good. And again, background roles are powerful. What do you think about that? Do you think that's true?
I feel like, you know, uh, okay, let's take for suppose ethnic day happened. I know we don't talk about it, but okay, ethnic day, freshers, Halloween, so many events that happen. There's like a host for it, right?
Mm.
There's a host for it, right? And then there's just people behind the scenes. But without the people behind the scenes, I swear to God, even the host will just be booed upon. Like, oh my God, what did you do at this event? I remember for Halloween, I think Akash was handling the decoration at uni. And I remember I saw him like work at it, and he was like, 2 days prior, he went and bought all the supplies, all the decoration. And then the day before that, they stayed in uni till like 11. Till 11, yeah, from when uni started, like in the morning till 11, they were decorating. So, like the next day, people can enjoy, they can have the time. And for freshers, suppose like you start the planning so like so it takes like 1.5 month, the approvals, the decoration, the caterers, everything. So like people who are actually behind the scenes do so much work. I feel like they don't get enough credit for it. There goes so much work into the whole event coming to life. And if the people on stage, if the people behind the scenes don't do their work properly, the people on stage are going to be so stressed because they know they can trust the people behind the scenes. Is that is when they can be free on stage.
That's true. That's true. I'm lucky enough to have been on, both sides of the coin where I'm on a BTS and I'm also in front of the stage. Think I hosted like 2020, 2023 Ethnic Day,
Mm.
and I've also helped, do a lot of other events. The thing is, like, here's my biggest problem with students. They have no clue
What's
what's
happening?
happening behind the scenes. They only see the event itself, and then
Judge.
they wanna judge, they
Yeah.
wanna talk a lot of things. Like, people don't understand this stuff.
It's so difficult, especially when your students just, I mean, we're in the same position as people who are sitting and watching the event, right?
Exactly.
It takes a lot of work to like learn and understand these things.
And people just be talking about, oh, that last event wasn't that fun. I'm like, bro, do you know how many emails we had to send? How many approvals we needed to get? How many whatever, getting this person there, the DJ there, the lighting there, the dancers there, the whatever. And they're just like,
Uh,
ah, I
it was
don't know.
fine.
It was all
It
right.
was all
It was,
right.
it was, I mean, like, I've also been part of that side of the
Yeah.
story too. Well, yeah, I mean, you guys, it
But
wasn't
like I
that fun.
always appreciate, especially Amina and
Yeah,
Yasser.
sure.
Oh my God. I feel like since I've joined uni, I've seen only them doing like a lot of the work. I think that's why I'm mentioning them, but they have done
They,
so much.
they did a lot.
And like they don't get enough credit for it.
I mean, like, we should have like flipping just gave them gifts for years to come because they deserve those things.
Yeah. I
They need
mean,
a whole. They don't just need like a bouquet of flowers. They need a garden of flowers with the amount of work they did. Amina, Yasser, Sammy, you name it. Okay.
and
And the final thing is only extroverts get to lead.
I see like coming back to the whole like election is a popularity contest. It does work that way. Sadly, like no matter how much you do, it does work that way. Like you have to be extroverted, you have to be out there in people's faces, and like people need to know you in order to vote for you. And it's fair. I mean, they're not gonna like know right what you've done. So
That's true.
either you have to tell them or you have to be good friends with them.
Yeah, I mean, it really is a popularity contest at the end of the day.
Hmm.
Like, I
Especially in
really,
uni and all that.
yeah, you can't really stress the fact that people people only pick the people they trust, and if you don't know the people or the people don't know you, then they won't really put any trust in you. So maybe the people who actually take time and just go into everyone's faces telling them about what they do all their life. It's yeah. And beyond the leaderships and the academics, Okay, I think me personally, I think you're a very interesting person,
Okay.
but people may not know this. Like,
Mm.
what are your hobbies, your interests?
I feel like I have put all my hobbies on hold. Like for the past year, I've been like just been so busy with just,
Just
you know,
everything else.
yeah, and like becoming my full potential that I really gave up on a lot of my hobbies. Like I love traveling. I love traveling so, so much. But like, oh, I was lacking. But
Oh,
that's
so
fine.
I seen your password. It's just stamps, stamps, stamps. I'm like, yo, I don't think I've been on this many flights my whole life.
Then I love art. I love painting so much. I think not many people know about it.
I mean, I've seen some of your pieces.
I
Little wordings and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. And like even like portraits. I as a kid, I used to go to art classes and do like huge portraits of like oil paint. Yeah, like
Really?
acrylic and like everything. I used to be so good at it at a point, but now I've just like lost track of it all.
Guys, I think I found the person who's gonna design my next cover art. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying? I'm gonna
okay.
give you a vision, and you're
I need to
gonna
be paid for that one. I need my commission.
negotiations will happen
Yeah,
post recording.
post
You know what I'm
recording.
saying?
We'll talk about
Uh,
this later.
yeah, we'll talk about it later. After a few reels, when I've made you all happy and everything, I'm like, oh, remember we were talking about the cover art? Like, oh, you like Victoria? It's okay, no need to pay.
Okay, okay.
But um, with those hobbies, like honestly, I mean, didn't you do boxing
Oh
before?
yeah, I did boxing too. I think I did it till like regionals, and then again lost it.
Let
Didn't
me
have
tell you.
time.
This girl once punched me, and I was like, that's when I knew she did boxing, okay? Because, like, like how girls playfully punch you? Like, oh my God, you're so annoying. This one time, she forgot she did boxing. She's like, you're so annoying. She just whacked my shoulder. And I was like, oh my God.
I heard it about for the next 3 weeks. Like
Oh man,
Vanshika, it still pains.
bro, I remember like my shoulder it probably got dislocated. God damn. I was like, sorry, Vanshika. She's like, no, I was just joking. I was like, that's a
That's
joke?
not a
I
joke.
said, this thing is broke. What you mean? But like, you did say that you had to put your hobbies on a hold. I mean, pursuing your dreams. What were there any personal struggles that came along with like pursuing your dreams?
Of course, so many. I think like one of them being time management. Of course. Oh my god. And uh, I feel like there was a time where I did so much and I was not like I don't want to sound pick me or anything, but like of course I didn't get the attention I deserved. Like not even attention is not the right word,
Recognition.
but yeah, the recognition. Like I feel I did so much throughout the year, and then there was just this like breaking point. And I remember you were there for me. I feel like I really have to mention you. You were always there for me. Like whenever I'm like going through something, I can always hit you up and be like, Victor, I need you. I need a break. Can you do this for me? And he's always been there. He's always been such a great senior. It's amazing. And of course, like so many breaking points.
Damn, you've been using the word senior a little bit. I feel old already.
You
Okay.
are old.
Why? Just
You're gonna
because.
need like crutches and shit soon.
Wow. Just because I'm turning 21 doesn't mean I'm old already. Okay, guys. I know my back is a little bit. Once in a while, wake up, cranky, but like, relax. She been saying senior like I'm a senior citizen. I am. She means senior as in the third year. Okay, not because I'm old, but
Mm,
honestly, like I've seen you um I've seen you like kind of get out of your shell because from the moment you joined uni, actually prior to joining uni, that's when we started talking. Like I could see the potential. I could see what you wanted to be, who you wanted to be, and you'd always question what you needed to do. And
mm-hmm.
like I think we had a few conversations. It was like, yo, do it.
Let's do it.
No,
Go for
no
it.
Nike, but just do it. And like I'm actually proud to see what you've done throughout this year. And it's just always steady progression.
Uh,
You go through little difficulties And difficulties will always be there, it'll always be part of life, whether it's like maybe connection drifting apart, whether it's, people no longer being within your vicinity and all that. It's given in life. But
And I think like I've had this realization this year that people don't want to see you for anything except your flaws.
mm,
And it's like, that hit me so hard at one point. And I was like, oh my God. Like, no matter how much you try, like people are just going to keep looking at you from like the bad perspective.
that's true. Especially when they recognize that this person's a future world leader. They
Okay, that's too
they
much.
don't want they don't want you to succeed. Like honestly, like I'll be real with you. I'm lucky enough to have had such a like tight knit circle. Even given our problems together, I've had such a nice circle around me with the likes of my best mate Jaden, my close mate Grant, Rafe, and those guys. They push me to be better than I am
Ever. Yeah,
ever.
yeah.
They always like. There's no limit. Like sometimes I'm like, yo, you guys are like taking the mic because like I've done so much, and you're like, especially Jaden. Jaden will hit you with like, I mean, it's all right. I'm like, bro, I just did 10K views. What you mean it's all right? And it's like, nah, you can do better. But it's like
Who's
you
pushing you?
always pushing, and like those are the type of people you need to surround yourself with.
So important.
If you surround yourself with like delinquents and just people who have no future or have no potential or whatever, you
Yeah.
become one of
One of
them.
them. That's so true. The people you surround yourself with is what you become.
That's the biggest thing, and that's not only advice to you. That's advice to everyone in general.
Everyone. Yeah.
Because the moment that you have people who pull you down and don't help you level up,
Mm-hmm.
you're losing yourself.
Yeah.
Even if you have any like value of yourself, like just
Yeah, you lose yourself.
yeah. And speaking of V words, let's talk about the vision of the Staircast because this is the closer of the first season.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I thought we might have to like officially say season 2 is coming soon. What when we're releasing these episodes,
Yeah.
what do you want people to feel? What do you want the students to feel?
Really, really want, like, we've been working so hard on this podcast.
True.
So hard. Like, there's so many things that will never see the light of the day. So many episodes that we've filmed, so many approvals. So, like, there's so much. And, like, we've really, like, grown it into something that is so, like, wholesome for everyone. I want that this whole concept, it just integrates itself into the uni, and I want everyone to just love it the way we love it. I want people to really, and I mean, like, I remember last week we used to like just walk out of the studio room, and like people would just always be talking about the podcast, and it used to make me so happy that people are loving it, like people are liking it. And I want that to just like really be what how people look at it. And I want
Sure.
when people tune into all this and they really like feel like, wow, our uni is really progressing. It's really like going somewhere. It's on a different level now.
I couldn't have said any of that better. Like you've fully exhausted all of the points. Genuinely, like just hoping that this space becomes part of the community. Like everyone welcomes it, and everyone just because this is our baby.
Yeah, this is
This
our
is our
child.
child. We've seen it from like the bare minimum, and like we've gotten to this point, and we just wanted to keep on growing and growing.
Yeah, and I think people don't understand how tough it was. It was tough.
We're not professional podcasters. We're
Podcasters.
not professional media
We did
people.
not know how to make scripts. We did not know the lighting situation. I mean, there's so
We were
many things we
learning.
were learning.
We
I
were
mean,
learning.
especially the audio output and
Oh,
all that technical stuff. It was so difficult.
we were
And I mean,
learning.
I feel like when people do come into the studio room, they love the setup.
I love it.
They're loving it. And for season 2, since we're like actually making it bigger, I feel like people are gonna love it even more. We're gonna change the setup even more. We're gonna
Gonna we're gonna take it to the next
next
level.
level.
It's gonna be stared, not shaken. You know what I'm
Stirred,
saying?
not shaken. Yeah.
And like honestly, I think maybe that's another part we can talk about that we want to grow this like we genuinely want to take this to the next level.
Hmm.
And hopefully we do begin the club, the podcast club.
Podcast.
And we will be looking for people who will be part of the team, part of the bigger family. You know what I'm saying? Because our
We need
baby.
people to write emails for us.
Exactly. I'm gonna need specifically one person dedicated to email
And
writing.
approvals. Oh my god.
You,
That takes so long.
oh my God. But it is what it is. It's part of the process. You gotta
Mm.
trust the process.
Yeah.
And I mean, last thing would be, let's say someone needs a piece of advice. Someone who wants to chase their
Oh my god, we're coming to the
dreams.
end of the
All
episode.
right.
And
Like
I've always been watching this part from behind the camera. Like, oh my god, the episode is gonna
now you're
end.
there.
Nah, yeah. One advice would be always just do whatever you're afraid to do. Go for
Mm,
it.
mm,
Just I mean, people are just gonna judge you anyways. People are not gonna like you. You know, just do it because like especially in these years when we're just building ourselves, we are building a foundation. It's so important to not feel so judgmental by people.
it's true.
And like and just I don't know, like just be yourself, just go for it and like
Don't be
don't be
afraid.
afraid. Yeah.
Ooh, same time, huh? Win. Okay. But yeah, that's facts. We're not sponsored by Nike, but we're gonna keep on saying just do it because I think almost every guest that I've had
Mm.
has said just like you have to do it. Time waits for no man. Just be yourself, lock in, do that. That's something that should be everyone's mantra because you're learning about yourself. This is the only time like I was talking to my best friend from high school yesterday, and she was like, "Can you believe this is the last summer where we're not officially unemployed?" That hit me, and I'm like, "Yo, that's facts." So if I don't take this time where I could be casually unemployed and learn more about myself,
That's so true.
when the time comes and I'm no longer a student, I wouldn't have any time to actually find myself.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at the podcast itself, like there were so many times we were so demotivated.
True.
We just wanted to quit because, oh my god, it was too much. But we just went for it. We
We
did,
just did it.
yeah, we just did what we were the most afraid of, and we just went for it. And now I feel like we're actually wrapping up season one, and that's crazy. It's so crazy to even imagine because there was a time where we did not think that this would even happen.
Yeah. It's like seeing our baby graduate kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
Baby steps, huh? But yeah, that brings us to the end of the episode. Thank you for joining me today.
Always.
Next season, you're gonna be taking this hot seat, huh? You're ready for that.
Kind of scary.
I mean, you got this. You
I can
got
do it.
this.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for joining us today. Follow us on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok at Stircast Rack. And see you season 2. Bye.
Bye.